Hey everybody, this is John. I had some fun today creating this forest from some boxwoods, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to tell you about it. Um, that's the finished product, but let's look how we started today. Um, Summer before last, I guess summer of 2007, I found an old nursery. These were Varder Valley boxwoods. I'm pretty sure that's what the guy called them. They typically make a very vase kind of shaped, narrow at the bottom, wide at the top, and they're just their natural growth. These trees had some great trunks, so um, I bought several thinking about a forest. I cut them back really hard, both the roots and uh, the tops. Put them in 1 gallon containers, and then eventually, after a couple of months, put them in the ground. They've done really well. They've come back really strong. The foliage is thick and dark green and just growing lushly. So you can see uh, pretty nice looking trunks on some of these. These are just buried in the ground in their containers. I'm sure the roots have escaped into the ground. I'm going to use a shovel and start digging them up. Nice space. Here's one that was originally put into a bonsai pot instead of in the 1 gallon container. It's amazing the difference in the foliage and how much more these have grown. Look at that compared to this. Okay, so this guy's going back in the ground to fill in. Alright, after coming out of the ground, this is kind of what they look like. Here's just a couple of them. From there, I just trimmed the roots. I took them out of the pots, and then I started really pruning. I pruned anywhere there were long shoots. I pruned them back. So probably took 2 hours to prune all of these guys back and get them ready. Okay, here they are, pretty much ready. The root balls have been moved, have been cleaned, roots exposed. All the foliage has been pruned. Um, Ready to start putting them together and trying to arrange them. You can see the trunks now, some of the roots. Trying to decide which container to use. I'm going to end up using this larger container, 30 inches by about 19. Just was afraid this one wasn't quite large enough. In the end, now that it's over, it may have been, but the container they're in may be a little bit large, but they'll be happy in it, so I'm comfortable with that. Here we go, again just playing. I think one of the keys to creating natural looking forests is trying to get the trunks really close together. I worked hard on this. I don't have a lot of pictures that show it, but I worked on these root balls. Um, Finding places where I could notch them out and get them really close together. I used wire around 2 trees pulled tight with my gin pliers to even pull them even closer together. Alright, there's the pot wired up, ready to go. Yep, you can see it's 30 inches long. Alright, after probably an hour of playing and trying to adjust, this is the planted image, or the final image. I had fun with putting the little rocks in. The rocks probably won't stay, but yeah, they were fun for now. Eventually they'll come out. I think the trunks on these trees are just fantastic. The roots just reaching out and grabbing the ground. They look good. But this is one of those things that it looks like I just did it today, but really I started preparing for this forest 2 summers ago by pruning those trees hard. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed it. There's the side views.